Zuffa Boxing is something that's taken over from Turkey. Turkey's his name. He's like a prince or some shit out in Dubai or something. Like hundreds of billions of dollars. They're paying out. I don't even know who Conor Benn is.
I don't know.
He's like supposedly a pretty big name in boxing. But I never heard of him. Crazy, bro. Like, yeah, they really paid this Benn. Is Ben Johns?
Conor Benn.
Conor. They really paid him $15 million. It's like,
I wouldn't blame you for going to box.
Yeah, it's crazy how you just put in so much work in UFC, put in so much work in UFC, and build this name, create this character, be this star. It's like, I'm not making a fucking $15 million fight. It's also a business. If they think that's a good business move and that guy's gonna bring in money, it's like, I get it. I don't take anything personal in business, and business is business. He fucking hates Oscar De La Hoya, he hates Eddie Hearn, he hates these people. He's like, hey, let's take their biggest star and pay him, even if it's $15 million for, like, I could see it being out of like an ego thing. I guess it's a business thing too. You bring in a legit guy. Yeah. Again, I've never really heard of him.
Billionaires, shit.
Sean O'Malley didn't hold back as he criticized the UFC and Dana White over fighter pay, expressing frustration with what he sees as a major imbalance in the sport. When he heard that boxer Conor Benn is reportedly set to receive $15 million from Zuffa Boxing, his reaction was pure disbelief. "I've never heard of him," O'Malley said, a blunt statement that quickly turned into a deeper critique of how UFC fighters are compensated.
It being true, Zuffa Boxing, it's like, they're paying out. I don't even know who Conor Benn is.
I don't know.
He's like supposedly a pretty big name in boxing. I've never heard of him.
After years of grinding inside the UFC, building his brand, growing a loyal fan base, and becoming one of the promotion's biggest stars, O'Malley pointed out the harsh contrast. Fighters dedicate their careers to earning recognition and elevating the company, yet they don't receive $15 million paydays for a single fight. For O'Malley, the issue goes beyond one boxer's deal. It highlights what he believes is a serious pay gap under the UFC banner, despite the risks fighters take and the value they bring to the organization.
Yes, people, what's happening? Just finished training, getting hard graft here at the UFC facility. What a facility. More importantly, I'm excited about its future. Let's go.
O'Malley said it plainly on his podcast when he heard that boxer Conor Benn was reportedly signed to Zuffa Boxing for $15 million. His very first reaction was, "I've never heard of him."
Conor Benn. Conor. They really paid him $15 million. It's like,
I wouldn't blame you for going to box.
Yeah, it's crazy how you just put in so much work in the UFC, and build this name, create this character, be this star, and it's like, I'm not making a fucking $15 million fight. But it's also a business. If they think that's a good business move and that guy's gonna bring in money, it's like, I get it. I don't take anything personal in business, and business is business.
Not impressed, not jealous, just pure, honest confusion. Sean O'Malley has spent years inside the UFC, years of fights, years of building his name, years of creating a fan base from nothing, years of becoming a legitimate star in combat sports. He became champion, he sold merchandise, he brought millions of eyeballs to the UFC product. And after all of that, the sacrifice, the grind, the blood, the broken bones, he is still not walking out of a single fight with $15 million. Zuffa Boxing is a brand new combat sports promotion. It is backed by Dana White and a Saudi billionaire, a man O'Malley described on the podcast as someone with hundreds of billions of dollars and serious connections in Dubai. O'Malley even called him a prince of some kind.
First check of UFC, how much you make?
800 was like my first pro fight. To get into the UFC on the Contender Series, I'm 5,000 to show, 5,000 to win. Once you get signed to UFC, pretty much everyone starts out at the same contract, 10 and 10. And a lot of people's contract goes up by like 2,000 each fight. So my first fight, I think I made 20,000. I was able to renegotiate after my first fight. So I was able to make, I think, 20 and 20 in my second fight. So I made 40,000, plus I got a $50,000 fight and a night bonus.
Now, think about that combination. Dana White, the most powerful man in MMA, teaming up with one of the wealthiest individuals on the planet to launch a boxing promotion from scratch. And their opening move, reportedly signing Conor Benn to a deal worth $15 million.
I never forget when John Jones and DC fought, I think the first time. He goes, I'm trying to fight fucking John Jones every single time. Because that pay-per-view point, we made good money together.
Pay-per-view is definitely different nowadays because of the streaming services.
You still have to pay for pay-per-view, though.
90% of people don't. It's so easy to stream it. You go www. Fucking enter the link, boom.
O'Malley talked about why Dana might have done this. He said Dana genuinely hates Oscar De La Hoya. He genuinely hates Eddie Hearn. He wants to take their biggest stars and outbid them. He wants to build something that competes directly with the established boxing world. And if that means writing a $15 million check as a statement, as a power move, then in O'Malley's own words, I could see it being out of like an ego thing. But then O'Malley paused, and he added something that hit different. As a business, I guess that's a business thing too. You bring in a legit guy.
If that's the case, Turkey and Dana are in on this, and they say, and Dana really wants to do it because he fucking hates Oscar De La Hoya, he hates Eddie Hearn, he hates these people. He's like, hey, let's take their biggest star and pay him, even if it's $15 million for, like, I could see it being out of like an ego thing, but I guess as a business thing too, you bring in a legit guy. Again, I've never really heard of him.
Billionaires.
Except, and this is the key, O'Malley himself said he has never heard of Conor Benn. So the question hanging in the air is obvious. If this guy is legit enough for $15 million from Zuffa Boxing, what does that say about what Sean O'Malley is worth inside the UFC? This is where O'Malley's words carry the most weight, and I want you to really listen to what he is saying here, man, because it is not just venting. It is a message, O'Malley said, and these are close to his exact words. It's crazy how you just put in so much work in the UFC. Put in so much work in the UFC to build this name, create this character, be this star, and it's like, I'm not making $15 million a fight.
Yeah, it's crazy how you just put in so much work in the UFC, put in so much work in the UFC, build this name, create this character, be this star, and it's like, I'm not making a fucking $15 million fight. But it's also a business. If they think that's a good business move and that guy's going to bring in money, it's like, I get it. I don't take anything personal in business, and business is business.
That is exactly what Sean O'Malley did. He was not handed fame. He built it brick by brick. He developed a personality that fans connected with. He became one of the most followed, most talked about, most recognizable fighters in the entire UFC ecosystem. And he did all of that inside the UFC's machine, helping grow their brand, their pay-per-view numbers, their social media presence. And now the same people at the top of that machine are proving, with their very own checkbook, that $15 million paydays are absolutely possible in combat sports. O'Malley was careful to say he does not take it personally. He said, business is business. If Conor Benn can bring in the numbers and justify that investment, he gets it. But the frustration underneath those words is undeniable, because every UFC fighter watching this story unfold is thinking the same thing. If money exists, why are we not seeing it?
Zuffa Boxing, I'm so curious where this is going to go. I've been seeing all the promotions. I'm like, God, it's going to take them fucking signing a superstar. Like someone that's just captivating. Someone you're like, I got to watch him fight. People that were promoting for the main event next fight. And it's like, I don't know if that's it. But you can't question Dana. It has potential.
I could see you going that route at some point.
Me? I would love to transition and do a little bit of boxing. I wouldn't even care if it's like a huge deal, like Sugar versus Gervonta. That would be sick. I would love to do that. I'm 1-0 boxing. Find me a fucking 5-0 boxer. Find me a 1-0. Like, build me up slowly. Don't fucking, I want to pay, reasonably, but you don't got to pay me. I'm not going to be, I want 5 million, I want 10 million. Pay me a couple $100. $100 racks. I'm going to fight some guys, 3-0, 4-0 on Zuffa Boxing. I would love to do that. That'd be interesting. And I really feel like my style could transition. God, that'd be fun.
The former UFC bantamweight champion is sending a direct message to Dana White and the UFC brass, and it's not what you'd expect. Sean O'Malley is ready to hang up the 4-ounce gloves and step into the boxing ring, and he's not playing around. In his own words, I wouldn't even care if it's a huge deal. Find me a 5-0 boxer. Build me up slowly. I would love that.
And not even like, I wouldn't even care if it's like a huge deal, like Sugar versus Gervonta. That would be sick. I would love to do that. I wouldn't even mind doing like, okay, I'm 1-0 boxing. Find me a fucking 5-0 boxer.
And Dana White, he's already responded on Twitter with a message that has the MMA community buzzing. O'Malley's plans, the rise of Zuffa Boxing, potential opponents, and what this means for the future of crossover fights. Let's get into it. Alright, let's break down exactly what Sean O'Malley said and why this is such a big deal. During a recent episode on his YouTube channel, Suga Sean didn't hold back when talking about his boxing ambitions. He's been watching Dana White's new promotion, Zuffa Boxing, and he sees an opportunity. Here's the key quote that's got everyone talking. I would love to transition into a little bit of boxing. I wouldn't even care if it's like a huge deal, like Suga versus Gervonta Davis. That would be sick. I'd love to do that. I'm 1-0 boxing. Find me a fucking 5-0 boxer, build me up slowly. I want to get paid reasonably. You've got to pay me. I'm not going to be, I want $5 million. I want $10 million.
I would love to go, yeah, I would love to transition into a little bit of boxing. And not even like, I wouldn't even care if it's like a huge deal, like Sugar versus Gervonta. That would be sick. I would love to do that. I wouldn't even mind doing like, okay, I'm 1-0 boxing. Find me a fucking 5-0 boxer. Find me a 1-0, like build me up slowly. Don't fucking, you know, like I want to be paid, you know, reasonably, but you don't gotta pay me. You know, I'm not gonna be, I want 5 million, I want 10 million. You know, pay me.
Now, let's unpack this. First off, O'Malley is being smart here. He's not demanding some mega fight right out of the gate. He's talking about building up slowly, facing 5-0 level opponents, and developing his boxing skills properly. But here's where it gets interesting. He did mention Gervonta Tank Davis. For those who don't know, Tank is a legitimate boxing superstar, a knockout artist with serious power. That would be an insane fight if it ever happened. O'Malley also mentioned he's 1-0 in boxing, showing he's already dipped his toes in the sweet science and wants more. Now, this is where things get really interesting. Dana White didn't stay silent on this one. Shortly after O'Malley's comments went viral, Dana took to Twitter, or X, whatever we're calling it these days, and posted a response that got everyone speculating. Dana tweeted, Suga's got that striking game that translates. Zuffa Boxing is the perfect platform for UFC fighters who want to test themselves in the ring. Let's talk. Those two words at the end, that's Dana basically saying, I'm listening, and this could actually happen.
I'm looking for flashy. I'm looking for somebody who has that thing.
What is that thing?
Sean O'Malley is that thing.
This is huge because it shows Dana is serious about making Zuffa Boxing a crossover platform. He's not shutting down the idea. He's encouraging it. This could open the floodgates for other UFC fighters to explore boxing opportunities under the Zuffa banner. Zuffa Boxing is Dana White's newest venture into the boxing world. Now, this isn't actually new. Dana first proposed this idea way back in 2017 during the lead-up to the massive Conor McGregor versus Floyd Mayweather fight.
And as we start to roll out over the next couple of weeks, what we have going on, it's gonna rock the industry. Let's just put it that way. Listen, I don't want to get way ahead of myself here, but you know, we're gonna be adding more shows this year too. We'll be doing more fights than we originally announced. I'm telling you guys, at the end of 26, like I said before, I'll let our body of work this year speak for itself,
But it finally got off the ground in 2026 with a pair of shows at the Meta Apex in Las Vegas. That's the same venue where the UFC runs many of its events, showing the connection between the two promotions. Now, here's O'Malley's take on what Zuffa Boxing needs to succeed. Zuffa Boxing. I'm so curious where this is going to go. I've been seeing all the promotions and I'm like, God, it's going to take them signing a superstar. Like someone that just captivates, someone you're like, I got to watch him fight.
Again, that's where I was going with that. You can't doubt Dana. He built UFC.
Does he do the power slams?
He's the one that
did
power slap. UFC does.
That's crazy. That's crazy that that's a thing.
It's wild. It's wild. I can't imagine that getting much bigger. Maybe it'll stick around. But the boxing, it has potential.
I could see you going that route at some point.
Me?
Yeah.
I would love to. I would love to go. I would love to transition into a little bit of boxing and not even like, I wouldn't even care if it's like a huge deal, like Sugar versus Gervonta. That would be sick. I would love to do that. I wouldn't even mind doing like, okay, I'm 1-0 boxing. Find me a fucking 5-0 boxer. Find me a 1-0, like build me up slowly. Don't fucking, you know, like I want to be paid, you know, reasonably, but you don't gotta pay me. You know, I'm not gonna be, I want 5 million, I want 10 million. You know, pay me a couple $100, couple $100 racks. Let me fight some guys, you know, 3-0, 4-0 on Zuffa Boxing. I would love to do that. That'd be interesting. And I really feel like my style could transition pretty well into boxing. God, that'd be fun. That would be fun. I feel like that's what it's gonna take to really build Zuffa Boxing. Maybe not me specifically, but having these UFC fighters
And you know what? He's absolutely right. Zuffa Boxing needs a star, a draw, someone with a name. And Sean O'Malley fits that bill perfectly. So O'Malley is 31 years old. He's battle-tested at the highest level, and he just got back in the win column. This could be the perfect time for him to explore other opportunities, especially since he's had 2 losses to Dvalishvili and might need some time before another title shot. All right, let's have some fun and talk about who Sean O'Malley could actually fight in a boxing ring. O'Malley mentioned Gervonta Tank Davis. That's the dream fight, right? Tank is a beast, multiple weight world champion, known for his devastating power. But let's be real, that's probably not happening right away, and O'Malley knows it. He specifically said, "Find me a 5-0 boxer, build me up slowly, and that's the smart approach." Here's what a realistic path could look like. But here's what makes this different. Zuffa Boxing gives UFC fighters a legitimate boxing platform under the same ownership. No need for complicated negotiations with rival promotions. Dana controls both sides. This could be the beginning of a new era where UFC fighters regularly compete in boxing matches during their MMA careers. Imagine Jon Jones, Israel Adesanya, or Alex Pereira stepping into a boxing ring under the Zuffa Boxing banner.
When I was 12.
12 years old.
Yeah, like good, yeah.
Life changed.
Yeah. But 6, 7 was okay too, but from the 7 was okay. But from the 3 to 7 was
tough.
Hard. Yeah, we slept in the car, you know, we slept in the car. We didn't have a house at the moment, you know. It was cold. I lived a cold place too. So, and one Dagestani people, they said, "Oh, come and you can live with us. Don't pay money. Just we stay with them like 1 year until we build our house." And then we built our house, and we moved to our house.
Arman Tsarukyan reveals the truth of his past and the dark days that shaped him into the fighter he is today. From sleeping in cars in the freezing cold of Russia to becoming the UFC's #1 lightweight contender, this is a story of survival, gratitude, and redemption.
The best part is that your father can be there. What about your mother?
My mother, no, she's gonna stay home. It's a man's sport, you know.
Okay.
A woman should be at home.
What do you mean? What are you talking about?
I mean, it's I don't know how my mom can come and watch my fight. It's you know, a lot of blood.
Sure.
Her son can get hurt, you know. It's I think it's not good place.
But right now, despite being one of the best lightweights in the world, Arman finds himself on the outside looking in, watching others fight for the title he believes he deserves. What happened? Why is the UFC denying him his shot? And what did a Dagestani family do that changed his life forever? Stay tuned as we break down the incredible journey of Arman Tsarukyan. Arman Tsarukyan was born in Georgia but moved to Russia when he was just 2.5 years old. And what followed were some of the hardest years of his young life.
Arman, I heard your dad's a billionaire. If your dad's a billionaire and your family's so wealthy, why is it that you're so hungry to fight? Why do you want to fight so bad?
I'm fighting for the legacy, for the title. You know, when you have a father who has money, everybody said, this guy is like my father's name, Nairi. This guy is Nairi's father. When I was young, I wanted people to say, Arman, not because of my dad, they know me. They know me like I'm a good fighter, you know?
Yeah.
But right now, I'm so proud of myself that I spend my money. Last a couple of years, I don't take money from my father anymore.
I wish my son thought like that.
I saw a quote from you that said, why aren't you on your dad's yacht or something? And you said, well, if I wasn't fighting, then I would be on his island. Is that a true quote? Yeah.
In a recent interview with Daniel Cormier, Arman opened up about those difficult early years. From the time I was 3 to 7 years old, it was very hard. We slept in the car because we didn't have a house.
Like when I was 12.
12 years old.
Yeah, like good, yeah.
Life changed.
Yeah. But 6, 7 was okay too, but from the 7 was okay, but from the 3 to 7 was
tough.
hard. Yeah, we slept in the car. You know, we slept in the car. We didn't have